about today, man?
All right, we are live. Welcome back to Beastly Thoughts Live episode. Help me out, Robbie. I forgot already.
106.
106. We got a lot to talk about. We got the PlayStation Neo. We're going to talk a lot about the PlayStation Neo today. I can't wait. I definitely want to hear you guys' opinions on this thing. I want to hear what you guys have been playing for the last week. I know Beastly is raring to go talk about the Division, which I'm excited about. Let's just jump right into it.
All right.
Beastly, what have you been playing?
Well, this week I've been playing a bit of old games. I spent some time today playing Manhunt for PlayStation 2, which is an old classic for me made by Rockstar Games. I forgot why I loved it so much until today, so I started it up. Just in case you guys don't know, there's an incredible PlayStation flash sale going on that spans all three consoles, PS3, PS4, and PlayStation Vita. So if you got a few bucks to spare, check out the flash sale and take advantage of some of these great games. I was able to get Manhunt. I was able to get, what is it? I'm trying to think of the one that you guys just helped me remember. Metro Redux. Yes, I got Alien Isolation, and I also got. I'm trying to think of Rockstar's other game where you're in school. These Bully. And I only spent.
There's some really good stuff on there. I saw Valiant Hearts is on there. Rogue Galaxy. I think a lot of people miss that game. Mark of Cree.
Yeah.
The original Max Payne. There's just a ton of really cool stuff on there.
You're not going to spend that much money. I mean, a lot of these games I bought were $7, $8. I think I spent $12 for Alien Isolation, and it's really a great value. I saved $60. So, when you have that kind of savings, there's really not much to think about. Just go in there and spend a couple dollars. But the majority of my week has been spent playing The Division. My wife and I have been going in on there. We're both level 25. And man, we haven't done any of the Dark Zone. We've been just playing the game, enjoying, the campaign of the game. And it's really kept us engaged and intrigued. We love the weapons. We love the customization. We did suffer a little bit trying to share items with one another and watching those items just disappear into thin air. But for the most part, we're having a lot of fun with the Division. Yeah, that's actually happened to us. I gave her an incredible gun last night. It was the best gun I've ever seen. And you guys know in the Division, the weapons that you get actually out doing missions are better than the ones that you buy in the shops. You got a better chance of finding an exotic type of weapon. And I found a light machine gun that was head and shoulders above everything I had. And I had two similarly spec'd weapons, and she was really jealous of it. I said, here, now we can share weapons. Let me share this with you. And I shared it, and she received it. And then when she looked at her inventory, it was totally gone. So that kind of frustrated us. And we were to the point where no more sharing, no more of that shit.
Yeah, right.
For the most part, we've been having a great deal of fun playing the Division. Like I said, we haven't done any of the Dark Zone stuff, specifically because we've heard that you really shouldn't go in there until you're level 30. And another game that we played, we actually didn't start. I got this game last week. I didn't start playing it until yesterday, Dark Souls 3. And so we started playing that yesterday. Incredibly difficult game. And after Bloodborne, I know what it is now, so I'm really intrigued. We got past the first boss together. We're trying to figure out how the hell to play together. And, sometimes these games take a little bit of trial and error to figure out all this stuff, how you actually invite your team or invite a member of your friends list to your world. We haven't figured that out yet. So instead of going through all the rigmarole and figuring that out right then, we just jump right back into the Division. But it's been a great week in gaming. I'm looking forward to this coming week with all these new games that I never played before. I'm looking forward to Alien Isolation. Never played that before. And also I'm looking forward to Metro. I haven't played those on PS4 at all.
Metro's very fun. It's very cool.
Metro series is...
You definitely want to turn off the lights, put a nice surround sound headset on, and just let it kind of take you, because it's fun.
Oh, okay. And I just got a new surround sound headset too. So yeah, I just picked up the Sony Gold Uncharted 4 Thief's End Blue Edition headset, the wireless headset, and it's really nice. It has virtual surround sound, and so yeah, I'll definitely try that with these new headphones. I'm really excited about using those. I told you guys pre-show that my Turtle Beach Stealth 400s, they cracked on me. As you guys can see, I have a ginormous fucking head, and well, both of them. But this head here, it actually broke my headset, and
that gorilla noggin.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Yeah.
And so I had to go ahead and drop $100 and get me the Sony Gold Uncharted 4 Thief's End Edition, which is strikingly beautiful. The color of the headset, I want the controller, I want the console, but now I know I can't have them because the Neo is on the way. And that's been my weekend.
Neo, baby, Neo. All right, before we move on, I just want to talk to you about the Division a little bit, because I've actually I tried to get back into it this week. I swear to God, I played it for like half an hour. I'm just like, fuck it. I don't like this game. Like, I just don't like this game. Which sucks because I was really looking forward to it. You guys know that better than anybody. And to me, it's just like, it's just so repetitive and the shooting just isn't there for me. But I was having this, like, I wouldn't call it an epiphany, but this thought that, you know, the same shit I'm saying about this game is the same shit that everybody was saying about Destiny.
Exactly.
When I was like, you know what, I don't care. I understand there are problems with this game. I understand your complaints, and I even agree with them, but I'm still having a blast playing it. I feel like the Division is got like a hardcore audience like that, you know, they hear your complaints. Yeah, okay, there's a lot of bullet sponges, but what do you expect? It's an RPG. Well, there's not a lot of variety. Well, what do you expect? It's set in modern times. Well, the levels are bland. Well, what do you expect? It's New York.
New York, yeah.
You know, like all those arguments that people throw around, they're like, yeah, whatever. We like this game. And like, I got to respect that, man. At this point, people are liking that game. I know the Incursions came out. Robbie, did you play the Incursion?
No, I mean, I just stopped playing the Division after a couple weeks. It just didn't have the pull for me, especially Destiny. Destiny is an amazing game, and I got pulled into that, but this game, it just didn't have the same feeling for me. I mean, it's a fun game. Right. I respect what it is, but I just can't get into it.
Let me tell you guys how we're feeling, and I can probably speak for my wife, too. Right now, the Division is... It isn't a bad game. It isn't the best game, but it's engaging enough for me to see it through to level 30. That's I feel like once I get to level 30, I can set it to the side and I'll never have to mess with it again. It is
You don't think you'll continue on like
if they
with the Incursions and with the Dark Zone stuff?
Possibly, but see, right now I got so many games.
Yeah.
To play, it's really hard to stick with it, and so that's another thing we talked about yesterday. Instead of getting right into Dark Souls, I told her, I said, we start doing this now. We're level 20, you know, and the Division, we're going to stop playing that, and that's going to be another game that we had to go back to, and we're going to lose the excitement we've been having all week to play it. And so we've kind of agreed to go through level 30 and just call it a day. Maybe fool around a little bit in the Dark Zone, see how much we like it. But the problems that you see in the Division, I see them too. I think anyone with eyes can see them. It's extremely repetitive. It's extremely frustrating when you have a very powerful weapon and you're just plowing shots into someone's head. 100 shots. I'm not exaggerating. You can shoot someone 100 times and they'll still be coming.
Nothing happens. Yeah,
it's just really, really frustrating when you have those type of situations that kind of take you out of the realistic aspect of what the game is. I told Kate last night that if they really wanted this game to feel more realistic, they should have given the AI better maneuverability so that they are harder to hit rather than put them right in front of you so you can shoot them 500 times before they hit the ground. Because all of a sudden it does not feel like you're in New York fighting against gangs. It feels like you're in New York fighting against a team of RoboCop. You know, these guys are extremely difficult to take down. The play mechanic is pretty much the same. Of course, it's an open world environment, but all it is a rinse and repeat when it comes to fighting these tougher enemies, yellows, purples, and there's really no change to the mechanic. It's just more of the same rinse and repeat. But for the most part, I like to just go. I have no clue what we're doing. I'm telling you now, Kate knows the story. I don't care because it didn't grab me initially. So we're together. I'll join her party. She'll say, we're going this way. I'm like, all right, just go. All right, let's go shoot these guys. Let's mow them down. Okay, where are we going now? Okay, let's go. I'm not.
What's the purpose here?
The story hasn't really grabbed me, and Destiny. Honestly, I think Destiny's story probably grabbed me a little bit more. And if they both come out at the same time, I'd be playing Destiny. That's for sure. But I played so much of Destiny, over the course of the last 2 years. I feel like I've seen it all, and so this feels like it's something new. So until I hit level 30, there's always something new for me to be doing, and that's why I'm playing this. But I feel like once I get to level 30, it'll be over. I'll probably jump on over, play some Dark Souls 3. I still got to go back and play Metal Gear Solid. There's a lot of stuff I got to play. But yeah, I see the issues, and I know there are a huge amount of people enjoying the Division, and nothing against that, to each his own. A lot of people think Briar Rabbit's crazy for sticking with Destiny to the degree that he has. I think
namely my wife.
Yeah, namely my wife.
Your wife.
He got Destiny tattooed on his balls. And some people.
How'd you know about that? That was supposed to be a secret between you and me, man.
I'm sorry. But some people think,
never trusted you again.
I'm sorry.
I was supposed to say that.
Yeah.
Dude, this is PG-13. Oh my God, we're gonna get taken down for this. This is horrible.
But to each his own. And some people will say, "Oh man, I can't play a game that long, that consistently without it having something new to offer every single day." But if you like something, you like it. If you love it, you love it. And for the people who enjoy The Division, play it, man. You're a gamer, enjoy what you're playing. To people who like Destiny, play that shit, enjoy it. To people who love The Last of Us, play it. It's an amazing game.
No, fuck that game.
Come on, man.
Don't get a tattoo on your balls. I'll just say that. Don't get a tattoo on your balls.
You know how hard it is to get The Last of Us tattooed across your ball sack? It goes all the way to both thighs. All right, so continue on, guys. What have you guys been playing this week?
Good God.
Yeah, so I've been we play like older games. I also been playing Dark Souls 3, which is not an older game, but I'm almost done with that game. I'm on a final boss, and let me just tell you that.
Let me ask you a question, Atsunari.
Yes.
When you look at Dark Souls 3, how does it compare? Because I played through, I beat the first boss. To me, he was pretty hard. I don't know if I'd say he was as hard as the very first boss in Bloodborne. But how would you compare the two, tit for tat? If they both were to come out at the same time, which one do you think would resonate more with you as a gamer at that time?
I think because I preferred Dark Souls like more, but the thing is with Bloodborne sped it all up. It made everything faster. Like, because Dark Souls used to be a really slow game, and because Bloodborne came around, they made it faster. They also made Dark Souls 3 faster now. Like Dark Souls 3, the thing that you notice is different. You could go and keep attacking people swing for swing, as opposed to before. It used to be you hit once and you sidestep and move, and like you move around. Now you're more attacking a lot. You could some enemies you could go approach and you could do like attack, and then dodge. As before, it's like one attack and you have to dodge like 4 times, you know, and it took forever to get through a boss. Now it's like it's a little bit faster paced now, which I like. But it's also like the original, I think, Dark Souls in a sense that like certain things are back, like, you know, there's hidden walls and just certain items. So even some of the enemies and people you face, some of them are for original Dark Souls. So it's like directly related to that Dark Souls, which I think is pretty cool, and it pays homage to the people that actually enjoyed Dark Souls. Like it lets you like relive those moments again, which is pretty cool. But overall, I think this is the best overall Dark Souls, because I think it's too. Yeah. Also, when it came out, I feel like this game isn't as faulty as the other ones. Like I mean, yeah, there's some things there, you know, the frame rates drop stuff, but for the most part, it's probably the most stable Dark Souls to date. Like when it first released, obviously they'll probably do patches and stuff to fix it up even more. But I'm saying as of right now, when it was released, I think it was the most stable one, which doesn't mean it doesn't have bugs. I'm just saying compared to other Dark Souls games, it's more stable. But besides that, what were you saying?
Coming from Bloodborne, that's actually the first game of the Souls, I guess, style of game that I've ever played. This has so much more, it seems like. I don't say it's overwhelming, but it is, for me, coming from Bloodborne, a little bit more to learn, but I think overall it'll be more rewarding. There's a strong attack, there's a fast attack, there is a block, there's a parry, and you can, of course, switch over. I picked a magician or a wizard for my very first class against all the FAQs that told me I shouldn't. And you can also use magic. And so there's a lot of things that come into play when you're playing this game, and different ways to dispatch enemies. And I find that very engaging, because it's not just hack slash dodge. You can hit somebody, you can block someone, you can parry. They do have the special, you know, super strong attack that once you parry someone, just like in Bloodborne, they fall down, you run to them, and you can hit them with a very powerful attack that almost steals their heart. This game seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, I've only put in maybe an hour or so, but I'm really looking forward to diving deep into it the same way I did Bloodborne.
See, There's a moment in time where, as I was going again closer to the end, and then like when I didn't want to know if I was close to the end until eventually I'm like, let me just look up, see how much longer I have to play this game. Cause I have a bunch of hours in this game already. So I'm like, all right. I look up, I'm like, I'm almost done with this. Like, you know what? I might be able to do New Game Plus mode.
Nope.
Not if I can't even beat this final boss like this. There's no way I can even comprehend getting to half the game with new game plus. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I might attempt it, but for right now, I'm enjoying the games. So
early statements from the developers stated that they couldn't do it, and they made the game. Yeah. So good luck if you do that. I want to see a let's play of that.
No, my goal.
You know what though? Once people get a hold of this game, well, people already have it. I bet there's people streaming it right now.
Yeah. Like boss and like. I can't beat him. So like my point is like my goal is to, if New Game Plus mode, if I could beat one boss, I'll quit. I'll drop the keyboard and the mouse and I'll walk out of here. Never again will I play Dark Souls. I don't need to. That's it.
All right. I quote you on that.
Be like, oh wait! Oh, whoa! Close too. Anyway,
that's a big old.
You got that chroma shader.
Yeah. It's also, by the way, I've been playing Left 4 Dead 2. I was streaming that, and I also streamed the Walking Dead, the Michonne, all the bad choices. I did that, and I did that for charity. So it's a charity to help.
Charity, right?
Yeah, it's for babies, born premature and stuff like that. That's what it helps them. The reason I'm doing it is because my two nephews were actually very premature. My one nephew weighed 1 pound and a couple ounces. All right, that's God. That's on the verge of like really bad. But you should see him now. Like he's like 17 months now. Big kid already. Like he's beyond like everything that they said he couldn't do. He's completely like. He's almost at the verge of being completely healthy. He's at the weight he's supposed to be. He's at the height he's supposed to be. So he's actually taller than what he's supposed to be. And same thing, the weight, everything's like, he looks like he's older than he should be. Okay. So like, and they have
how long did you stream?
That. I streamed for like 3 hours at one point. Then I went back, did another 4 hours. It was pretty cool because it was like I got told $310. So I thank everyone that did that. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Most of it, the reason why they show up right away online, they have to verify because a lot of people that donate were international. I didn't know that it takes some time for PayPal to verify everything, but I still appreciate it. That was awesome. I'm probably going to be doing more live streams for this charity because the March or what it is, it's supposed to be a 5K that they're doing. It's not till, I believe, May 7th. So I might do a couple more live streams for it, but it's a lot of fun. I've been having fun.
Let me know if you do, please. I'd like to.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but it's a lot of fun live streaming, man. I turned up my the specs, the PC, and I did everything. So now, like when I live stream, like I don't know if you guys saw like the videotape on my YouTube channel now. That's all live, and like the quality is really high already. So like I'm actually excited that I tweaked out everything so good that it actually looks good, even if I record it later, and it still looks like it's was edited and it wasn't as live. So I'm pretty happy with that. So
hell yeah, man. PC Master Race, and we don't have to ask Mr. Not Too Nerdy what he was playing on either, because he has forsaken all fucking consoles.
No, not true. Like,
no, he only plays consoles that are 20 years or older.
Yeah.
Uncharted 4, when that comes out, man, I'll be playing the PlayStation 4 the whole time. So,
yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's coming right around the corner too.
Yes.
Yeah, well, May 10th, right? May 10th.
Yep.
I don't know. Guys, I know it's coming soon.
Before we get to Robbie, I got a quick question. Have any of you guys tried the new Ratchet and Clank?
No, I am dying to though. I've heard it's great.
I'm buying it. That game looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's doing very well as far as scores go, and it looks like finally a good, other than Bloodborne, an extremely good PlayStation exclusive. And it looks like a pick.
I don't even care that it's PlayStation exclusive. I just like Ratchet and Clank games. Those games are fun. They're quirky. They have fun characters. They're just lighthearted. In a world where we got we got mass apocalypses and zombies and Bloodborne and like all these awful things. It's like this kind of sugar-coated, just lighthearted, fun kind of thing. It's like easy auto aim, blow stuff up, have a good time. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so much fun.
I'm going to be
love those games.
Definitely.
It looks cool.
All right.
It looks definitely cool.
So, Mr. Robiskull, what have you been playing this week?
This week I didn't play as much, but Dark Souls 3, I mean, we already talked about it. Excellent game. I think it probably is my favorite in the Souls series. I put 21 hours into it, 22 hours, so really enjoying that game. I got into the Gears of War 4 beta as well, actually. I got an early access. I really like it. You know what, though? Gears of War isn't for me. I'm starting to realize, like, the game is fun. It feels a lot like Gears of War. There isn't much new here, but I don't think Gears of War is for me. It's just, it's a shotgun
It's an open
fest.
beta right now, right? It's an open beta right now, right?
Tomorrow.
Today. I thought it was today. I
Is
said
it
no
today?
line.
I thought it was tomorrow,
Pretty
but
sure
either way,
it's
it's about to go
24th,
open.
yeah.
Robbie, you played Gears of War. When I was trying it out, was it me? Because you used to play Gears of War before, or you never played Gears of War?
First Gears of War I ever really played was Ultimate Edition. I had never played it much before that.
Something's up with it. I was asking one of my friends that plays it, like, because I love Gears of War. Like, that was my thing. That for Xbox, that was like the only thing. I mean, besides Halo, but like that was back in the day. Halo 2 was the one I loved. But Gears of War for me was like, I love that game. But it just seemed jittery. The run, I don't know what it was. The game seemed jittery, like when you're running and stuff like that. It seemed like it actually got me a little sick every time I was running, which it never used to do. Like,
I did notice that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it seemed jittery. It wasn't like the normal run cam that they had, like where it's a shaky cam. It seemed like extra jittery. I don't know what it was.
I mean, there was a frame rate
You just
issue?
couldn't
or-
see anything when you're running.
Exactly. It was just seemed like the background, like all the background
It distorts.
is distorted, and it just made you kind of sick as you're running. Like, it made you not want to run to a new location. And like,
You're definitely right, Hector.
Yeah, I never felt that before in a Gears of War game. And usually some people, you have to get used to the shaky cam, but like, this is to a whole new level because the background looks like it's distorted and it's shaking as well as you're
You can't
shaking.
see anything, and people will start shooting you, and you can't even see them because you're running at them.
You think they're trying to like slow that? You know, my biggest complaint with multiplayer in that game has always been the fact that there's basically one way to play, and that's like run at your opponents
Shotgun.
and start rolling around like a madman with a
It's the
shotgun.
exact same thing.
You
here.
think maybe they're trying to like
Oh, you can still do it though. That's what,
you can still do it, but I mean, at least maybe now with that limited visibility while you're running, maybe that's to try and slow people down a little
Makes
bit.
me
I
sick,
don't
though.
think so.
That's only,
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, that's not good to hear. I was actually telling my wife before the show started that as soon as it's over, I'm going to go ahead and download the beta. I've seen some gameplay of the closed beta. It looks okay. I'm more interested in playing the single player, to be quite honest. But if that, the shaky,
Me too. That's where I
if
get.
the shaky cam is really that bad, where you're running, you start to, get vertigo. That's a major problem. They're going to have to fix that. I mean,
Here's what I'll say.
they can still fix it. They still have time to fix it. I'm just saying, like, right now, it just feels, it kind of makes you sick. So I'm hoping that that's something that they already know, that they just test something out and they'll fix it. But if it's like that on release, I can't buy that. I don't see myself playing that game. Like,
That's a
Here's what
bummer.
I'll say.
Yeah,
You can't see anything when you're running. And honestly, here's what I'll say about Gears of War 4. I think it's excellent. If you like Gears of War, you'll definitely enjoy it. I don't like Gears of War because all you do is roll around someone and blast them with a shotgun. And it takes way too many bullets to kill people. So if you like Gears of War, like they've done a really good job here, I don't really care for Gears multiplayer, so that's what I think of it.
oh,
there's going to be a
I
riot.
assumed I
There's
was just
be
going to
a
buy
riot.
this because I like playing the campaigns, so
Campaign
I
was
just
good.
assumed I was going to buy it. But maybe I ought to wait till reviews come in before I pick
Briar, though, the one good thing is with the shotgun you talk about, they nerfed it a little bit. It's severe. It takes more than one shot for shotgun. It's not like before where you could go up to someone. You got to take a couple more shots with a shotgun now. So they
good.
fixed that issue. So
That was always frustrating to me that, like I could have like a plan with like a buddy or two and we got everything locked down, but if I start shooting somebody with a Lancer, it takes like 30 seconds to kill them, and meanwhile they just roll up to me and kill me with a shotgun.
Yeah, it
That's
seems
annoying.
like
Or the sticky grenades. I never liked the sticky
they still got those.
It was fun at first, but it
Now-
was annoying after a
Let
while.
me ask you a question, Briar. How long were you playing the Gears of War while this is going on? Did they ever patch that to get the balancing right? Now, you guys know I never really got into the Gears series. The first time I really ever started playing it was on Xbox One with Gears 2. And I really enjoyed that. I think the campaign's amazing. But it seems like a multiplayer issue like balancing of that caliber would be patched. They left it like that?
I mean, I didn't play a ton of multiplayer because I didn't. It just wasn't my deal.
Yeah.
Like sniper rifles were really powerful and shotguns were really powerful. That's kind of my takeaway.
I don't think they ever like that. That's just part of the game. Like shotgun's part of the game for Gears. That's just the way it is. Because like Briar said, you tumble around, you go from cover to cover, and then you do a shotgun. You know,
Constantly.
like you do.
I see them rolling.
Like you switch up weapons, you know, for when they're further, but when they're closer, you know.
Catch me riding dirty.
Yeah. I mean,
Only you, Briar. You just come out of nowhere with this shit, I swear.
Can you still Phil over there from Xbox singing that song right there? Trying to catch me riding dirty.
Gonna get you riding
oh
dirty.
my God.
The Beastly Thoughts show is sponsored today by Chameleonaire, a rapper that no one speaks about today.
If you guys know where he is, let us know, because no one knows where he is.
He's watching this
disappear?
podcast right now. His rap career has failed.
He's in chat.
All right.
Robbie, anything else you've been playing?
A lot of CS:GO as well, because I really enjoy that game on PC, and I think it's a lot of fun.
Nice.
And that's been about it for me.
So
right.
apparently the Beastly Thoughts hosts and the co-hosts were all making this transition. It appears that Mr. Not Too Nerdy is fully into the PC infrastructure.
That's not true.
Mr. Robbie Skull has 1 foot and both balls into the PC. And Briar, yourself
Balls
and myself, we are still into the consequence. Balls
Gotta
deep
do
in
it,
that
guys.
PC.
Get balls deep in that
Let's
PC.
see what
You got to go down on that PC. You know it.
Damn.
First of all,
Yeah.
Briar has a Mac, so I mean that's probably why.
That's a problem.
Sorry to
I was talking about this with Tefty and Patrick from the Play It Destiny podcast. Is I keep telling them, yeah, I got a PC on order, and then I keep canceling the order, right? I can't pull the trigger on a goddamn PC. I must have placed my order for a PC over about a year now. So since I started streaming with Planet Destiny over the last year, I bet I've actually placed the order 3 times.
Wow.
And then canceled it because I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it.
One of us.
I know I'll be happy with one.
of
Part of it
us.
isn't just the fact that it's a PC. Part of it is that I know we're right on the cusp of like the next generation of graphic card, the next generation of processors.
VR, all that
So it's like,
stuff.
man, I kind of want to wait.
Yeah, there will be something new, I
what are
bet,
you
this
gonna
fall, like AMD and NVIDIA.
Yeah, but there's always something
It's
new,
actually
you know. There's
coming out
always something
soon.
around
in
the
the
corner.
next couple weeks. I think they're going to announce it for AMD's first, and then NVIDIA are going to announce their new graphics cards. So.
Titan XX. That'll be the next one.
All right, guys. So
Titan
let's try to.
Relax.
We got to get this.
That's what my wife
news
calls
going.
me. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get this news going because there's something in the news that
She
we
calls
got to
you
really
Titan
hit on. Today.
XX. Oh boy.
Hold on, I didn't even talk about what I've been playing.
Oh shit! I'm trying to hear
Destiny,
your story now.
Briar,
Go
let's
ahead.
move on.
She calls you what now? That's all
playing-
you
We've been playing with a cushion.
All right, we can move on.
know.
I've been playing Destiny. I'm happier playing Destiny right now than I've ever been because of the update 2.2 that came out a couple of weeks ago. The fact that no matter what I want to do in Destiny right now, they patched this game in a major way. If the loot is raining from the sky,
What?
like manna from God right now. Like there's so much loot coming down. It doesn't matter what I'm doing in Destiny. I'm getting mad loot. I feel like I'm progressing my character, and I'm having a ton of fun. I played a little Trials today. They added this no HUD mode, so you can remove the HUD from your display. And we're playing hide and seek on the stream today, so you get a bunch of people into to land on Venus, and then you just go hide, and somebody's got to run around and find it. It's something we learned from Gathalion and
That
Broman.
sounds fun, man.
It was fun, man. You know, you're talking shit the whole time, and you're laughing. I'm eating a sandwich. You know,
You had young kids in there too. You were talking shit.
it was. You know,
There's no
Let me ask you a
excuse.
there's
ask
no
you a question,
excuse.
Brian.
You're a dirtbag.
Oh,
No.
there's a shame there.
This new patch, you said they changed a lot. The Prison
Yeah.
of Elders, I hear that now you don't need the crypt keys to open those up. You can just
Yeah, so there's like a new version of Prison Elders called Challenge of Elders. Very quick. You're in and out of there in a half an hour. The difficulty is very low. What they did is instead of having like a big boss fight that's very difficult, they added like challenges to it where you got to get a certain score to get the loot. Like you got to get 30,000 points in one run through, and then you can get a cumulative score as well by going in multiple times to get loot. So, and the the challenges are like, you get more points by hitting headshots, or this week it's you get more points by killing with grenades. And, so you go in there with a warlock, which, constantly is getting more grenades. You're just blowing shit up all over the place. Actually, I did this with Story Machine, another YouTuber. And, I mean, we had a ball. We had an absolute blast doing it. It's a fun thing to do. It's not hard like the old Prison of Elders was. It's more of just a entertaining thing.
So this new update is, from the sounds of it, is breathe new life into Destiny. For somebody who hasn't played it,
for me, it really has.
For someone who hasn't played it in probably 6 months, is there a reason for me to jump back in and try it?
I mean, it's very casual friendly right now. It doesn't matter what you're doing, you're going to be leveling up your character. As opposed to up to this point, you really had to run the King's Fall raid on hard mode to level up your character. Now it's just like everything gives you high level gear. They brought back a ton of the year 1 weapons with higher light levels, so now they're relevant again.
Gallahorn?
There's a bunch of new weapons. No, not Gallahorn yet. Not Gallahorn. But yeah, I mean, it's like a fun time to play Destiny right now because there's just a bunch of fun stuff to do. And no matter what you're doing, no matter what you prefer to do in Destiny, you're gonna be getting awesome gear, and that's cool.
Question.
I'll be playing that this week. Quick
question. Now, is there any other games you played this week before I ask you the question, or? Okay.
So guilty. Four.
I was gonna ask. I was wondering, right? When Destiny 2 comes out, do you think how do you think they're gonna handle the servers for the first Destiny? Do you think that's gonna be one of those things that are gonna do a cutoff, or how are they gonna try to force people to go into the next Destiny? That's why I was kind of wondering. I was like, I wonder what you would think on that. Do you think it's gonna be because it is Activision, or you think that they're gonna try to force people to move over?
They could have some sort of an incentive, like maybe even the game costs less if you own the first Destiny or something like that, or your.
I think they will keep the servers going though. Because I don't think that Destiny 2 is going to come out for the Xbox 360 and the PS3.
No, it definitely won't.
It won't.
So I think they will keep the servers for Destiny going. They'll probably pull back on it and more over time. But if you want to go back and play some Destiny, you can still do that.
Okay.
I think so.
I think they will keep them around.
All right. Fair enough.
Okay.
I don't know, though. I don't even know if they're going to be a Destiny 2 or they're just going to be like...
update.
They're just going to continually upgrade, and like this, this expansion that we expect to be Destiny 2 will just be like the biggest expansion we've ever seen. Maybe that's how they move forward. It might not be a separate game. It might just be.
I don't think anyone has room in their hard drive for that.
I'm pretty sure they've said it is a separate game. Right? I guess that's true.
It's like
all these expansions.
Oh,
like
man,
60
not too nerdy.
60 gigabyte update. Like what the hell?
Yeah.
A whole new game.
All right, we got to talk about the PS Neo, man. We got to talk about this because one thing that I was really surprised is it's not going to have a bigger hard drive. How the fuck are we going to deal with that?
I mean, I guess it's okay. The cost is going to be down, right? Because then either way, you could put your own hard drive in the PlayStation. So I think that's fine. I mean, it would have been nice for a bigger hard drive in the beginning. But
yeah, but you could go get a 2 gig hard drive at the dollar store now. Come on.
But here's what I think.
Welcome
right?
to the Family Dollar.
Let me say it one more time. I still say they're not going to play 4K games. I'm sorry. Everyone keeps saying it. And they're like, it's a 4. I'm like, why? Like,
it's not. It's a $400 console. There's no chance. If you have any understanding of hardware, this thing will not run games at native 4K. It can't. There's no way the hardware is powerful enough.
To be clear, the price has not been set. It's been speculated that it'll be $399 to $499, and I don't even think the $499 price point justifies an actual 4K native system. From what I understand from all the specs that have been leaked, this thing is just going to up-res regular 1080p games to 4K for people who are fortunate enough to own 4K TVs.
There may be like an odd indie game that comes out that has very low-res textures. Yeah. Maybe it's like one of those
Journey or
Geometry
something.
War types of games that runs in 4K. I could see that happening.
AAA games.
But games like Destiny or Uncharted or Ratchet and Clank, no way.
Chance.
One thing though that I still have a feeling I don't think they confirmed, because none of this is truly confirmed yet. This is the one thing is if they're going to have the 4K Blu-ray disc reader in there. That's what I want to know. Because if they have that, which would make sense because Sony needs that to sell. I mean, like that would make a lot of sense if they do that.
That would be big.
That would be awesome. That's one of the things they announced because I think that's going to sell it to the people.
Sell like crazy.
That will sell the people who are not even gamers because then that's worth that plus. It plays games too. I'll get that, and then they'll also get
capabilities. Can you imagine that? Yeah,
it would reduplicate.
All right, real quick. Here's what we think we know about it. This all comes from Giant Bomb, who did some investigative reporting. We know that we're getting a faster processor, a faster graphic card, and a faster memory. The same amount of memory, but more of it will be available to developers on the Neo than on the base PlayStation 3. We've heard that the hard drive will remain the same size, but PlayStation is making steps to make sure that people who play on the PlayStation core system, the stock system, the system we have now, won't get left behind. If you develop a game for the PlayStation Neo, it has to be on the PlayStation core as well. There can't be any features, like game features, available on the Neo version that aren't available on the core version. So like if you have split-screen multiplayer on the Neo version, it has to be on the core version as well. I mean, I think that's interesting. They're trying to not make people who already have a PS4 feel left behind.
Yeah.
Maybe if you've got a 4K TV, maybe if you've got some expendable income, maybe it's worth the upgrade. Right now, I gotta say it's probably not worth the upgrade for much of anybody.
But we'll all buy it, right? We probably will.
We're going to buy it. I'm buying one for sure. I asked my wife, does she want one? She said no. But the reason that I'm buying, I don't have a 4K TV. I got a beautiful 60-inch 1080p in my living room. And to me, that's still new. So there's no reason for 4K for me right now. I want it predominantly for the better frame rate possibility, the better, higher pixel density in some games, and for a better VR experience, because that's really what I'm gearing up for this year. I want the best PlayStation VR experience that I can have from a home console, because we all know that PlayStation VR can't compete with Oculus Rift or the HTC Vive when it comes to overall hardware. And Sony knows that the PlayStation 4 can't compete with high-end PCs when it comes to VR. And so I think that this is kind of a move to make the VR on PlayStation VR more competitive with the PC master race. And to me, that makes a little
And apparently
sense.
This graphics card that's in this thing, it on paper, it doesn't look that much faster. It says it's like 1.3 times faster.
It's actually a decent amount.
But it actually has what's that? It has significantly more
Yes.
power. Yeah, it does.
Now,
So like you can have a game with higher res textures running at a faster frame rate than on the stock PS4. Like both of those things are possible.
one thing now, like the developer's point of view, like there's a problem with this, right? There's only one thing that I just want to make clear to people is like they're only gonna pick one target range, right? So if you think they're gonna program for one for the regular base model and also the Neo, that's not what's gonna happen. When you're gonna develop a game, you're gonna target one, and you're either gonna downscale it or upscale it to the other one. So whatever they're gonna have to. So say their target range the Neo, they're gonna make it as graphically sense as they can and they can handle it. Then they're gonna pull features, things away, textures. They're gonna have to reduce it, shadow, whatever it is, to make sure it runs on a basic model. They'll do that. So I just hope people realize that, because that's what's going to happen. We know they said they're not going to separate the community. You're separating the developers of what they're going to choose, because now they're going to have to choose one, and they will choose one, because they're not. There's no way they're going to have enough time to develop for two separate ones. Even if it's a small feature, it's really there's certain textures and things you have to test and make sure the frames, if it works. Because if it works on one version, now you have to check, does it work the same way in the next version? So that's why it's kind of tricky, and it takes more time to do that. And I think that's something people miss.
The installs for the game too, and any patch that comes out has to patch both versions.
Yeah.
So like the
first year, because I have no idea the first year what those people that already had the games planned out to release are going to do now. Are they going to try to like make the resolution a little bit higher, add a couple more frames per second? What are they going to do for the games already in store for the next year? Because they're not prepared for this. So what about PC? Well, PC is different, right? So developer, there's a lot of things that they throw out there and they don't have to worry about, because to be honest with you, they don't know what everyone's build is on a PC. when it's a locked console, they know what everyone's building. So they really have to take the time to make sure that everything works in every situation. That's why all these patches come along when it's a locked console, because even though it's upgraded, it's not upgradable. So it's locked. You know what I mean? So they already know the settings beforehand. And I think what's going to be interesting is going to be the first year, because I have no idea the first year what those people that already had the games planned out to release are going to do now. Are they going to try to make the resolution a little bit higher, add a couple more frames per second? What are they going to do for the games already in store for the next year? Because they're not prepared for this. So that's what I'm kind of curious. What is the first year going to mean for this, if it's going to be mandatory?
Yeah.
So that's why you heard rumors of some developers that weren't happy. Is because of that reason, because some of them are already preparing for the next year, and now they have to change their plans and alter it, and might add time for development, testing, and stuff like that because of this. So,
they don't have to have the faster frame rates or the high res textures. They just got to make sure it works on the Neo.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Though. It has to be at least the same. It can't be worse than the base model, right? I think that's what the rule was, right? The Neo can't be worse than the base model. It runs as good or better than the base model. But like for the people to buy both versions, you're gonna see like what's gonna sell to them. You know, Sony's gonna push people to try to raise the resolution, to raise the frames per second. They're gonna push them, because otherwise, who's gonna buy the Neo version? You know, like that's the reason why they're gonna have to make sure the first year it's gonna be supported, because otherwise it's gonna be dead after the first year. You know, so that's the thing. Like,
and
I don't know.
Honestly, I would, as a consumer, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna buy this thing, right?
Yeah.
I think we're all.
There's no doubt. I buy it all. I buy it all. When it comes out, I buy it. You know, and then I feel like an idiot when I have a Wii U that's been sitting there for 3 years and I've never touched it.
We all have that.
But I am gonna buy it. But if you are a rational human, like a rational thinking human being making a real purchasing decision here,
I don't need it.
It's definitely a wait and see, right? It's like, you know, with the mixed history of upgraded consoles, I mean, there's been successes. There was the Nintendo 64 with its mega cart upgrade
Power pack
thing.
I don't know how successful
you know,
that
we've
really
seen
was,
DSs get upgraded. We've seen Game Boy Color was a big success. But we've seen colossal failures here, too.
Sega
32X, Sega CD. Yeah, they come to mind. So it's really, I would say, wait and see. I wouldn't jump on this bandwagon any faster than you have to.
At first, I was thinking that No, you go.
A lot of consumers are thinking that this is Sony's way of saying "fuck you," and I've talked to a lot of people. A lot of people are actually saying, a lot of people feel that way. I personally don't. I think that this is kind of a premium item for those who already have a PlayStation 4. It's up to you whether or not you. Yeah, it's up to you whether or not you want to get it. Will it affect the games that you're going to already be playing on your PlayStation 4? Only time will tell. See, that's the only kind of fluctuating thing in my mind. Are the games for the foreseeable future going to be at a subpar level compared to what they would have been if the Neo was never conceived?
Yeah,
because
my guess is, and I think not too nerdy, you could probably correct me if I'm wrong, but my guess is what we're going to see, especially in the first year, is games that look almost identical on a PlayStation 4 and a PlayStation Neo, but maybe on the PlayStation Neo, it runs at a slightly faster frame rate, because they're going to be developing for, the 30 million PlayStation 4s that are out there, not the 1 million PlayStation Neos that are out there. I
think what you said is that's exactly. I agree with that. I think like it's gonna be a smoother frame rate, and it's gonna be like a better frame rate with the Neo. I think that's what they're gonna target now, and then later when they understand it more, what they can use, they're probably gonna try to make it a higher resolution, a little bit higher, a little bit better, see what they could do. Because to be honest with you, technically, they could do like definitely locking in 1080p. Because remember, we're doing 1080p 30 frames per second for the most part. There's no games that are 1080p 60 frames.
60, no.
I mean, so that's why they could try to force it to see if they could reach that 1080p 60 like they originally promised. Maybe that's a whole new ballgame. Maybe that's something that's good. But I think something to this Neo, the reason why it's coming out now, at first I thought, maybe it's a time you should wait and see, is I don't know if you guys realize, but the 4K TVs are being rushed in way quicker than 1080p because 4K prices, if you saw like 3 years ago what it cost for 4K TV and what it costs now, they're so affordable for most people that like 4K is coming in real quick. I'm seeing a lot of households getting them now, and by next year, a lot of households will have them. So that's the thing.
And it looks magnificent. Yeah. It's a similar switch over when you first started watching 1080p, you didn't want to watch any standard definition content anymore. Nope. It's a similar kind of thing. Once you start watching 4K content, you don't want to go back. You don't want to watch. So PlayStation, by getting in here early, this is a really smart move by PlayStation if they can pull it off. Especially, I agree with you, if they have that Ultra HD Blu-ray support built in. I mean, that's gonna increase how many Blu-rays they can sell. It's gonna, if it can stream Amazon and Netflix 4K, that's gonna be your streaming box. You can forget about your Apple TV. You don't have to use that anymore because your PlayStation does all of it for you. Plus, it up-reses your games to 4K, and maybe there's even like a Geometry Wars type game that actually runs natively at 4K.
Well, and another thing
that'd be cool. It's a compelling package if you just bought a new 4K TV, especially one of those brand new LG OLED jobbies that I got my eye on.
Pull the trigger, Brian. Pull that trigger, man. Yeah, I'm thinking that in the future when it comes to the Neo, that Sony might remaster 4K remasters of old PlayStation classics. That's something they could probably do. They could up-res some old original PlayStation games that people still love and enjoy that you can buy on the PlayStation Network for $6.
But it's not going to run 4K games. It's not.
I still.
What I'm saying is, those would be kind of along the lines of the kind of games that they would be aiming for as far as 4K, because the original PlayStation games weren't graphically demanding at all, and so they could theoretically, with this new power, possibly remaster some of those games in 4K, and that might.
So you're saying use the existing textures, but just have the resolution of the game be. That would look like garbage, I think.
Who knows? I mean,
it would look bad.
I want to jump in Flash 4K.
Those textures would be awful.
I think at this point, that's the best thing.
They're putting themselves in the same position they did with the PS2 and DVD. The same position they put themselves in with the PS3 and Blu-ray. Yep. It's just a smart position to be in, and why not do that for yourself? Yep. Why not have your console be like just an automatic buy for anybody who just bought a 4K TV?
Wait, who owns Blu-ray though? Who owns that again?
Sony.
Oh,
Sony.
That's
they own part of it.
It'll kind of make sense if you try to aim towards the new thing to sell your 4K Blu-ray. You know what I mean? Yeah. Since it's fairly new.
Absolutely. And they want to sell the TVs too, and this is be a compelling reason to buy a 4K TV. Well, my PlayStation, it's just a smart position to be in, and why not do that for yourself? Yep. Why not have your console be like just an automatic buy for anybody who just bought a 4K TV?
Wait, who owns Blu-ray though? Who owns that again?
Sony.
Oh,
Sony.
That's
they own part of it.
It'll kind of make sense if you try to aim towards the new thing to sell your 4K Blu-ray. You know what I mean? Yeah. Since it's fairly new.
Absolutely. And they want to sell the TVs too, and this is be a compelling reason to buy a 4K TV. Well, my PlayStation 4 does 4K, stuff. Well, I want to see that. I want to see it in all its glory.
Now let me ask you guys.
Right now, one of the biggest problems with 4K TVs is that there's no content. Yeah, you can watch some stuff on Netflix, you can watch some stuff on Amazon, but 4K Blu-ray is night and day better. Like it looks fantastic.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys a question, okay? Talking of the console wars, do you guys think Microsoft has a contingency plan for if and when this Neo is released? I mean, because right now the way
they better,
as we sit now, the PlayStation 4 is mopping the floor with Microsoft, and if this PlayStation Neo comes out and it has even a bit of what we're speculating on today, people are going to fly out, especially the 4K Blu-ray. People are going to fly and buy these things off the shelf. It seems like Microsoft has to have some kind of contingency plan to make their Xbox One more viable, because the PlayStation Neo will be even more powerful than the Xbox One, more powerful than the PS4 is today. So
I don't think they do, Beastly. I really don't. I don't think they got it.
Seems like they have to.
I think they're floundering. Like from the way, we can't get a straight answer out of them unless they come out at E3. Maybe they got a plan all along, right? Maybe they got something at E3. But the way they've been talking lately is like, we're thinking about doing like a modular console, and then no,
And
we'd
then
never
Phil
do
Spencer
that.
was
That'd
like,
be
no, I don't
ridiculous.
really
And
like
then-
the idea of that. And so it's like, well, where
yeah,
do we
it's
stand?
like
I think they're coming out with a new model on E3. They're in E3.
you think
They're
so?
They're gonna come
You think
out
they're gonna
slim.
pop a new
It's
model?
be the same thing, just a slim to help
Oh.
them out for costs.
What-
Like to lower the costs and everything to slim. I think they're slowly gonna backpedal and get ready for a new comp. I think honestly,
Do you think they're gonna rush development on a brand new Xbox?
like coming out, I think they're gonna want to jump the gun before the PlayStation, whether it's a PlayStation 5 or not. If they in their minds they're saying in the next 2 years, I say 2 years from now they have to announce it like E3.
Are going to be released next year.
was in
So
our
that
news.
that was, yeah. Well, it was okay. Well, I'm just going off the top, man. So
Awesome.
it looks like AMD is definitely in the know. They're working on.
How do you figure that works, right? Are they talking fiscal years or are they talking calendar years?
Calendar years, I believe.
Well,
Because
Wait,
we're expecting
suspect
2
calendar
consoles.
years.
3 wait
Yeah,
for
I would
Xbox
suspect-
alone or in total, like for between
total.
Xbox
In total,
and
they're-
PlayStation. Yeah. Okay.
They're working on 3.
Because we're expecting 2
individual
consoles this
graphics.
year with new processors in them.
I don't know.
Well,
So-
this AMD news says that there's going to be one major console this year at least, and then
One
at
major
least there's
this
3
year.
in development by next year. Yeah,
In development.
Yeah, but I see that you said 3.
believe.
Well,
Because
Wait,
Because
I
we're
would
expecting
suspect
2
calendar
consoles.
years.
3 wait
Yeah,
for
I would
Xbox
suspect-
alone or in total, like for between
total.
Xbox
In total,
and PlayStation. Yeah. Okay.
They're working on 3.
Because we're expecting 2
individual
consoles this
graphics.
year with new processors in them.
I don't know.
well,
So-
this AMD news says that there's going to be one major console this year at least, and then
One
at
major
least there's
this
3
year.
in development by next year. Yeah,
In development.
Yeah, but I see that you said 3. Then it's Wii U, Xbox, and PlayStation all have their own, right?
well, NX.
That's what
yeah,
I would think. Yeah.
Yeah.
NX,
PlayStation,
4,
NX. So what's
5,
that third one?
Yeah.
The Xbox 1.2.
The Xbox. I still say the Slim. The
Two.
Slim's gonna have to have a different GPU if it's Slim. So either way, they're gonna have to have a different GPU anyway. It doesn't mean
Yeah, you can't fit that fan in
It
a
does-
slimmer
yeah,
Xbox.
It doesn't mean it's
Have a
gonna
big
run any
box fan on the
faster.
back of it.
It doesn't mean it's gonna run any faster. Like it's gonna load it might load the operating system faster, certain things in there, but overall it's probably gonna be the same specs. It's just that they're gonna have to put a different model in if it's gonna be slimmer, because
Of course.
they can't do a VCR again. I mean.
Yeah.
Oh my! Let me tell you guys something real quick. So I saw on Craigslist someone said they're selling an Xbox One. I looked at it. It was straight up a VCR. It wasn't. It was really a VCR, a VHS player. I was dying.
Did it have 12 o'clock blinking on the front?
What happened?
Did it have 12 o'clock blinking on the front?
It was just like they seriously did it, and it had like a little sticker that said Xbox, the Xbox logo sticker. I was dying. I'm like, that's great. Hey, it was only for $100. I wonder if everyone bought it.
Damn, you got an affordable Xbox One. There you go.
So everybody here is buying this Neo, right?
Yeah.
We're all planning on buying this
Yep.
thing.
Yeah.
What do you hope to see from release games, right? Let's assume this thing comes out in October along with the goggles, right? The PlayStation VR. Let's assume that they're a simultaneous release. What do you guys expect to see? What do you hope to see right off
I
the
hope
bat?
to see more games possibly like hit the benchmark of maybe 60 frames per second, whether that's 1080 or not. That would be really nice to see, like a frame rate increase. That's the main thing I want out of this, other than just resolution. That's what I would like.
I 100% agree with you, Robbie. When it comes to consoles, we're never going to be as good as PC. And for the people on consoles who actually believe that, you better get that out of your head. It's never going to happen.
It's not as good.
Not as
Shit on
good
those
as not as
consoles.
close. I hope to see 60 frames per second in more games. You probably won't see it in many, but more than we're seeing now. I want to see some type of graphical upgrades over what we're seeing on the PlayStation 4. As long as I know they're there, I'll feel better about the purchase. And I want a really good VR experience. I've never experienced the first VR I ever experienced, believe it or not, was yesterday. I went inside a GameStop, and they're actually selling the Samsung Gear VR, VR headset that you put on. And the gentleman let me put it on, and I walked around. I was like in Africa, and there were people
Back in your
there, and
homeland.
I was like, yes, Manana, But anyway,
I'm sorry.
I was thinking that, but I'm like, oh, no one's gonna say that. Robbie, you're Beasley, man. Handle your boy.
he can get away with it. He's in Canada.
Handle your
I can't fuck with him. He's in Canada. But when I put this headset on, it was a very surreal feeling because it wasn't a video game. It was, I guess it was kind of FMV, but I turned around, I was looking, the sun was over in the distance, and I turned, there was a village of people. And there was an old man and a woman just standing there looking at me, and I'm inside GameStop with this crazy, contraption on, and I looked at him, and my immediate response was, I said, hi. And then the guys in there started laughing, and I realized, oh shit, I took it off because they were looking at me like, what are you doing here? I turned back and looked, and I was like, oh, hi. And I realized, wow, I'm in fucking VR. So that was honestly my very first VR experience.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Totally can't wait for this. If PlayStation VR, I know it's going to be gaming centric. They give me some kind. I've seen like games like The Deep where you go down and you're in the ocean and sharks and stuff try to come and get you.
Cool.
Games like that are going to be a whole new kind of experience. A whole new door is going to open for me, and I just hope that the PlayStation Neo, codename Nebuchadnezzar, is going to offer that kind of immersion, because that really, it blew my mind. I turned, I saw those people, and I felt like I was looking at real people because it was like full motion video, and I was in the desert. I tried to walk. I was looking at the ground. I looked up, and they were just standing like, what the fuck are you doing? I just said, oh, hi. And then everybody inside GameStop laughed at me, and I took that shit off. I was like, wow, this is how stupid I'm going to look inside my house. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I hope to get out of the VR experience. Total foolishness, people looking at me laughing, because I want to be totally submerged in an experience. And hopefully,
so funny that you said that, because when I got the Gear VR around Christmas time, I remember when the first time I put it on, you could see these crowds of people everywhere, and I'm just like waving to them. I'm like, this is incredible. Like, it feels like you're freaking there. It is amazing technology. It really is.
This one company,
I
forgot the name of them, but like what you're saying about the immersion and stuff like that, like, the coolest thing I ever seen, like, it was something so basic, like they're watching the sporting event with the VR, right? And it's just a sporting event. It's not that, it's pretty basic, right? But then, like, it looked like you're watching it, and it's sort of like you're watching like a movie theater, like TV, and that's how you're watching it. But you turn over, and like it says that this person just logged in, so the other person is next to you now. That's one of your friends.
You see them in the theater with you,
and you see them, and you're chatting with them. You're chatting with someone, and you're talking about that. I'm just picturing that.
That's
I'll
cool.
picture, like, can you imagine that in like a video game? So say you're in a chat room, and now, like, say they did like theater mode for like Street Fighter or something, and now you're waiting to get up there and fight, and everyone's in the theater mode, and they're talking crap to each other, getting ready to play. Like, stuff like this is like what I want to see. You know what I mean?
I could be playing Beastly on Street Fighter, and he's right next to me, like we're playing at the arcade.
Yeah.
And when he dragon punches me or uses some cheap fucking tactic and kills me,
Those
I'll be like,
bomb.
and that's when you hear about Briar getting his divorce. I'm tired of this bastard hitting me every time he plays
fucking
Street
bitch
Fighter.
grenades again, man. Bitch bombs again.
Not too dirty. I actually was talking to my wife about the potential of VR and the stuff I would like to see. Free type of apps that I think would really bring communities together. And this is my own idea, so if anybody steals it, go ahead. A campfire type of scenario where you actually create your character, or model them after yourself. I don't know if the PlayStation camera would be able to like take images of you and actually put it in the game, but you're sitting in your living room, and all of a sudden you log in and you're like sitting around a campfire. And as you look around, you actually see people that you know from the real world, because maybe they've scanned their image in, and you guys are sitting, smoking 420, drinking alcohol, drinking fruit punch, but you guys are just catching up, talking, and it feels like a real physical environment, because you can look around and see your friends. And you guys can actually sit and talk and kind of catch up. I think things like that would be awesome to have in VR. They kind of bring communities together.
I don't think that'll ever work, because not once did you mention marshmallows. Like, how the fuck you
shit. Every time you eat it,
I
like,
just, Beastly, all I pictured was my mother getting a hold of this thing, and now I got to talk to her in VR.
It's like you keep clicking that ignore button. She's like, I know you're there. I see you.
I can see you. You're right there. You're not even doing anything. All right. It is 7:00. We've been on we're live for an hour. Tonight is Game of Thrones night.
Correct.
And we know what that means.
I cannot be late.
Guys,
I cannot be late.
we had a little bit of news to cover tonight, but we're going to go.
Yeah, so let's rapid fire the news.
You guys want
Let's
rapid fire,
the
or you
news.
want to just cover it?
Yeah,
next
let's
week?
rapid
Okay.
fire.
An online retailer lists Titanfall 2 with a 2016 release date. Yay!
I hope that's
Dark Souls,
real.
Yay.
Dark Souls 3 is the
I hope that's real too.
yeah, me too. Dark Souls 3 is the fastest selling game ever for publisher Bandai Namco.
Good for them.
Ubisoft has filed a trademark for something called 1666. An announcement at this year's E3 seems likely. I don't like 666.
I'm sorry, 1666?
1666, like the time.
16?
All I
It's
see
the
is
prequel
Satan,
to
man.
1786, The
All I
Order.
see is Satan, man.
I don't know. How did you get that? I don't know. Yeah, new game. I mean, whatever.
A new rumor suggests the PlayStation 4.5 is codenamed Neo. The hardware specifications for the console have been detailed kind of late. Microsoft is testing
Wait,
a
what?
variety of new prototypes. Holy shit!
Oh my god.
What's the Neo? Microsoft.
Beasley, you're breaking up a little bit. Can you let Robbie read these?
He can't read. He lives in Canada.
Shut up. Let me take over.
I had to get you back for Africa, you asshole. Go ahead and read.
All right. We've already went over most of this.
Sorry,
But-
that's that Africa song. Anyway, continue.
You guys are assholes. I should just leave right now. All right.
I'm out. I'm going back to Canada where people are nice.
All right. People are pretty nice here, not like you dicks. All right. We are completely off the rails. Batman Return to Arkham, a collection of the first two Arkham games for PS4 and Xbox One, has been rated by the European Ratings Board. It will be released on June 10th. So more remastered.
So the first two Arkham games.
Yes.
Wait, the first two Batman games? Arkham Asylum and Arkham
City.
City?
Yes, with all their DLC, all of that remastered. You know, we know how this goes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Bargain bin.
That's it?
Bargain bin.
That's all the news?
We forgot Microsoft has officially ended production of the Xbox 360 more than 10
Arkham
years.
Asylum and Arkham City.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Where are you behind? Jesus. We're not talking about that anymore. What? What was that?
Wow, that was a hell of a delay.
I'm so confused. I was so delayed.
The audio is delayed, I think. That's funny.
Going so off the rails. Oh my god.
So Xbox 360 gonzo,
It's
right?
done.
If you want one, snatch it up now before it's gone forever, right? Otherwise you'll be buying used ones or searching out unopened boxes on eBay and paying double the
Which
price.
Garage Sales has a lot of PS3 and Xbox 360s. I've been noticing that. Just letting you know already, they're selling that Garage Sales. So
Yeah.
Amazing console, amazing generation though, and it's definitely sad to see it go. I mean, I didn't expect it this quick. Like all of a sudden, just
Over.
one day, I was like, "It's done! Wow, that's it." So, goodbye.
I don't know. I bought, I think, 5 of those things over its lifespan. I'm not buying anymore. I'm done with that thing.
All right.
Great console when it works.
Yeah, but it didn't get a red ring. That's right.
Yeah.
I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, yeah.
Great, man. It was an awesome week. It was
That's
really
the
fun to
news.
talk about the PlayStation console. All right, I gotta. Beasley, are you there? Can you respond to me now?
I don't even understand what's going on right now.
I don't know. Like the lag is intense.
Yes.
Whoa!
That is
Yes.
really delayed.
Oh my God, that is a mega
I don't have
delay
lag
on
on this
Beasley.
side.
Oh,
What the
man.
fuck is happening
You don't?
here?
We don't know.
I got like
What's
I got a
going
15-second delay between when you respond, like after I ask a question to you, Beasley, and when you respond. There's like a 15-second delay.
There was only one delay at one point for me. Other than that, everyone's perfect right now for me on my side.
Really?
All right. So you can
All
hear me.
right.
Heck?
So,
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up? How you doing?
Oh, okay. It's Brian.
all right, it's fixed now. No, it's fixed now.
Do you guys want to answer questions, maybe? If we have a couple minutes.
Oh, we Game of Thrones, man. You're gonna have to have this man sleeping in the doghouse. It's up to you, Brian.
Yes, there's
Everyone
no
wants-
chance I could be late.
Wow. All right.
No chance. I will literally.
No chance.
I have flesh to lose in this fight.
All right. We'll just end it then.
Thank you guys for everybody watching. Who's got something they want to pimp out today.
Charity streams.
Hector, I can see you.
Charity
Check
streams
out-
the whole week, probably next week too a little bit, but for this week I will be tweeting. So if you're not if you're not following me on Twitter, definitely go to Not Too Nerdy. Okay, NOT the number 2 nerdy. I'm not too nerdy. Just remember that. And that's it. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I'll let you guys know when I'm live streaming on Twitch. It's a lot of fun. If you want to donate, that's great. If you just want to watch, that's awesome too, because someone will eventually donate, and it's awesome. Just watch and have fun. If you want to play too, just let me know. Whether it's random games, PC games, most likely I'm going to be live streaming PC games because it's a lot easier. I might do PS4 games as well. So if you guys want to play or anything, get the stream going. It'll be lots of fun. It's for a good cause. So
let me know when you're doing this because I definitely want to get involved in it.
I'll tweet all you guys when I do it and stuff like that. So
awesome, sounds good.
Give me like a few minutes heads up so I can.
Oh yeah, I'll let you know.
Like if I'm streaming, I can host you on stream or something, and then come in and hang out and chat a little bit and have some fun.
Slide into my DMs, baby.
Slide right on in.
Well, that's a direct message, man.
I think I'll pull out.
You guys are nasty.
What
was that?
That's just scared the
This is
crap
the most
out of me.
ridiculous ending we've ever done.
Beasley, are you frozen right now?
No, I had to come back. I had to come
You
back.
are
I couldn't hear
frozen
shit
on my
you were
screen.
saying.
You are frozen on my screen right now.
I see it too.
Yeah. Well, you look good. It's a good picture.
Okay,
Right?
so let's see if I can do better in real time.
It looks like it'll be a driver's license picture right there. It's not bad, actually.
Okay, because my real driver's license picture sucks ass.
You should just
I'm
cut
gonna-
this one out. You're good.
I'm going to be stopping by your stream this week, and I'm going to be sending you a donation. I appreciate anybody who's doing something for a good cause. My sister was actually born premature, and my sister was 2 pounds when she was born. She just turned 29 on the 21st. She still looks like a little girl. She looks like she's about 12. So these things can really affect people in life. And as someone who has someone who is affected by a premature birth very close to me, it really means a lot to me to see you doing that. So thank you. And all I'll be doing this week, guys, is uploading videos, working, and hopefully you guys enjoy the content. So swing by the Beastly Gamer channel, check out some of the videos, check out some of the playlists, and I'll see you there.
Beast is like, all I'm going to be doing this week, guys, is fucking killing it.
Yeah.
You better stop by.
Stop by.
You might want to check this out. Robbie, what you got going on this week?
Not much. I'm a basic bitch. Sorry.
Basic bitch.
That was great, Robbie. Damn, man.
All right, obviously I'll be streaming more throughout the week, and I actually got a Shard It or Keep It episode that I'll be getting footage for tomorrow. It should be up either Tuesday or Wednesday. I got a lot of YouTube videos ready to go, but streaming has definitely caught my attention lately, and I've been spending a lot more time doing it, and it's been a lot of fun. So that's what I got going on. I'm really looking forward to this week. I'm really looking forward to Game of Thrones, man. Is that motherfucker dead or
I haven't
not?
seen one episode.
Jesus, you can't
No, buddy.
quit talking about it. Let's
I
just...
haven't seen one episode yet.
Mr. Snow. I'm just continue. Sorry.
What?
That's the show with the
It's Mr. Snow if you're nasty.
That's
the show with the
I
blonde
don't get
chick.
that reference.
Isn't that the show with the blonde chick who got raped and liked it?
What?
Hold on.
Oh wow! Did you click stop?
And that is how we'll end this show. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
If you missed any of the show, we'll be posting it on YouTube as well.
Peace.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you next week. Same time.
Same time, same place.
Same bat channel.
God.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Best fucking show